everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our Daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our Daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 5th of February 2022. Starting with very first question. Which union ministry launched the Sehat initiative? And Sehat stands for Services, E-Health, Assistance and Teleconsultation. So the Union Defence Ministry had launched this particular scheme and it aims to provide home delivery of medicines for the veterans and those who are serving the military personnel. Okay. So this scheme was first rolled out in Delhi and the scheme would be extended to more and more stations in the future. And also it provides online medical consultation platform to the tri-services personnel and their families as well. Okay. Now talking about Delhi, the Legislative Assembly of Delhi has passed the Delhi Teachers University Bill, which aims to build a world-class teachers training university at Bakarwala village. Now also Delhi Assembly has passed an amendment bill recently to the Delhi Sikh Gurudwara Act of 1971 to recognize the Takht Damdama Sahib as the 5th Takht of the Sikhs. So there are now 5 Sikh Takhts, 3 in Punjab, 1 in Maharashtra and 1 in Bihar. Okay. Also Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia has handed over the first caste certificate based on the mother's credentials to a single mother. So earlier SC/ST caste certificates were issued only based on the father's caste certificate, or you can say paternal side certificate. So this is considered as landmark move. Okay. Question number 2. Vayam Rakshamah or We Protect is the theme of which armed force of India? So the Indian Coast Guard celebrated its 46th raising day on 1st of February 2022. And this is the 4th largest coast guard in the world with the motto of Vayam Rakshamah, or you can say We Protect. So the Indian Coast Guard was inaugurated with 7 surface platforms in the year 1978 and it is set to achieve the targeted force levels of 80 aircraft and 200 surface platforms by the year 2025. Okay. Now let's see some of the important days from the month of February. First of all, on 2nd of February, we celebrate World Wetland Day. Then 4th of February is observed as World Cancer Day. Then 13th of February is observed as World Radio Day. After that, on 20th of February, we observe it as International Day of Social Justice. Then 24th of February is observed as Central Excise Day. And this day is observed to encourage the employees of Excise Department to prevent corruption. Then 27th of February is observed as World NGO Day. After that, on 28th, we celebrate the most important day, National Science Day. This has been asked many a times in your exams. And why we celebrate this day on 28th of February only? So as to mark the discovery of Raman effect by C.V. Raman, for which he was honored the Nobel Prize later in the year 1930. Okay. Also do remember that on the same day, that is on 28th of February, we observe another day named as Rare Disease Day. Now you have to tell me, when do we observe World Polio Day? Please answer me in the comments. Question number 3. As per the Economic Survey 2021 to 2022, what is the estimated GDP growth of India in 2022 to 23? So the Economic Survey 2021 to 22 has projected the Indian economy to grow at 8.0 to 8.5% in the year 2022 to 23. So basically 9.2% expansion for 2021 to 22 has been outlined by the National Statistical Office in its first advanced estimates of GDP. And this year's growth comes on a low base year economic output, and expansion of next year would be seen from the recovery levels in economic output. Okay. Now apart from it, USA President Joe Biden has recently designated Qatar as a major non-NATO ally. And it was done during a meeting with the ruling leader of Qatar at the White House. So this is seen as a symbolic honor to Qatar for its assistance with evacuations from the Afghanistan and in ending last year's Israel-Hamas war in the Gaza. Okay, so definitely you can be asked that US has recently announced which country as its major non-NATO ally. Answer is Qatar. Now apart from it, Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine named as SpaceX has received full approval from the US Food and Drug Administration for use in people ages 18 and older. Okay, so this is the second COVID-19 vaccine to receive full approval from the FDA after Pfizer COVID vaccine named as Comirnaty, which was approved in the month of August 2021. So this is also the first product of Moderna to receive license in the USA. Question number 4. Which country known as a tax haven has introduced federal corporate tax for the very first time? So the UAE has announced to introduce a federal corporate tax from mid-2023 as per its finance ministry. So UAE will tax the business profits over $1,02,000 at 9% from June next year. And there are no plans to introduce the personal income tax or capital gains tax from the real estate or other investment. Also, it has announced that the tax incentives in the UAE's free trade zones will continue as it is. Okay. Now, a few days back, we have seen that the UK government has recently launched an initiative named as Better Health Smoke-Free Campaign. So this highlights the impact of the adult smokers on the young generation, and the campaign has urged the smokers to quit smoking. Okay. So as per the data released by the campaign, 4.9% of the teenagers whose parents smoke have also adopted this bad habit. Okay. So do remember that New Zealand has set the goals to go smoke free by the year 2030. Now also a few days back we have seen that Canada has officially banned the conversion therapy. And with this, it has joined a selected list of countries that discontinued the treatment that claims to be able to change a person's sexual orientation, or you can say the gender identity. So the other countries that have earlier banned it are Brazil, Ecuador, Germany and Malta. Okay. Question number 5. Who is the first male player to win the World Games Athlete of the Year award? So veteran Indian hockey goalkeeper P.R. Srijesh won the prestigious World Games Athlete of the Year for his 2021 performance. So Srijesh became the first man and second hockey player to win this award, and first was, already I have told you in the previous lecture, it is Rani Rampal, who won the 2019 prize. So Srijesh played a significant role in the men's team that claimed a bronze medal in the Tokyo Olympics. Okay. Now talking about some of the recent grandmasters, the 70th Grandmaster of India is Raja Ritvik from the state of Telangana. Then 71st Grandmaster is Sankalp Gupta from Maharashtra. Then 72nd Grandmaster of India is Mitrabha Guha from West Bengal. And the latest, that is 73rd Grandmaster of India, is Bharat Subramaniam from the state of Tamil Nadu. Okay, so do remember all of them, they are quite important. Now, who has recently won the 2021 World Rapid Championship that was organized at Warsaw in Poland? Answer is Nodirbek Abdusattorov from the country Uzbekistan. Second position was occupied by Alexandrovich from the country Russia, and third was Magnus Carlsen from the country Norway. Okay, can you tell me when do we observe International Chess Day? Please answer me in the comments. Also do remember that India has recently won 16 medals in the Commonwealth Weightlifting Championship, and these 16 were divided as 4 gold, 7 silver and 5 bronze. Okay, and this event was held at Tashkent in Uzbekistan. Also, David Warner from the country Australia and Haley Matthews from the country West Indies have been voted for the ICC Players of the Month for November. Can you tell me who has become the Player of the Month for December? Please answer me. Question number 6. Which country funded the Cosmo-SkyMed Second Generation CSG 2 satellite launched by the SpaceX? So, Italian Space Agency, the Italian Ministry of Defense and the Italian Ministry of Education has funded the CSG-2 satellite. So, it was launched aboard the 2-stage SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket by the SpaceX from Florida. And the system consists of 2 satellites basically, which are designed to observe the Earth using synthetic aperture radar. Fine. Now, a few days back we have seen that Starlink has unveiled a new smaller and rectangular dish recently, which interested customers can buy to understand the SpaceX's growing satellite constellations in the low Earth orbit. Okay, and Starlink is the satellite internet project of SpaceX, and aim is to launch some 12,000 satellites into the low Earth orbits to provide broadband internet coverage to people on the ground. And this dish that has been developed is thin and more lightweight as compared to the circular dish which is being tested by the Starlink beta users over 2020. Okay. Now, as per the National Monetization Pipeline, 25 Airport Authority of India airports have been earmarked for asset monetization over the years 2022 to 2025. So, AAI has identified Tiruchirappalli International Airport in Tamil Nadu among the 13 airports for operations, management and development of the airports through public-private partnership mode in public interest and for better management of these airports. But yes, even after bringing these airports under the PPP model of operations, the Airports Authority of India will remain the owner of these airports, and all these airports will revert to AAI once the concession period is over. Okay. Also, SpaceX has launched its spacecraft in the month of November, I think, named as Crew Dragon Endurance. So this carries 4 astronauts into orbit to the International Space Station, and this includes the 600th person to reach space in the 60 years. And this spacecraft was launched using the same SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. Headquarters of SpaceX lies in California, and it was founded in the year 2002 by Elon Musk. Okay. Question number 7. Antonio Costa has been re-elected as the Prime Minister of which country? So, Antonio Costa is serving as the current Prime Minister of Portugal since 2015, and the 60-year-old leader of Socialist Party has been re-elected for the second term in the snap general election. So, the vote was called in November last year after former communist and left bloc allies joined the right to strike down his minority government budget. Okay. The Government of India has extended the tenure of Mr. Navrang Saini as the interim chairperson of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India for 3 more months, that is till 5th of March 2022. Then Centre has also reappointed Mr. Vijay Paul Sharma as the chairman of Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices, that is CACP. Also to remember that Anne C. Young has recently won the women's singles title in the BWF World Tour Finals of 2021. And Indian-American mathematician Nikhil Srivastav has been jointly selected for the Cyprian Foyers Prize along with Adam Marcus and Daniel Spillman. Okay, and there is a prize named as Yudan Prize. It has recently been given to the CEO of Pratham Education Foundation, Srimati Rukmani Banerjee, for her excellent work in improving the learning outcomes. Okay. Now, can you tell me, Merriam-Webster has chosen which word as the word of the year for 2021? Please answer me in the comments. Question number 8. what is the share of the Government of India in the National Land Monetization Corporation? So the government has set up a National Land Monetization Corporation to fast track monetization of land and non-core assets of public sector entities as per the economic survey. So NLMC is being incorporated as a 100% Government of India owned entity with an initial authorized share capital of 5,000 crore rupees. So they have been referred 3,400 acres of land and other non-core assets for monetization so far. Fine. Now apart from it, RAM program for MSMEs has been announced in the Union Budget, which will be rolled out in the coming 5 years. And what does RAMP stands for? It is Raising and Accelerating MSME Performance. Okay. So this program would improve the competitiveness and productivity of MSMEs, and the World Bank in June 2021 had approved $500 million for the program to support the government to support the MSMEs impacted by the COVID crisis. Now one very important news, the Hoysala temples of Belur, Halibid and Somnathapura in the state of Karnataka have been finalized as India's nomination for the World Heritage List for the year 2022 to 23. So this was announced by the Union Culture Minister recently. Also do remember that the sacred ensembles of the Hoysala are on the UNESCO's tentative list since the year 2014. Okay. Question number 9. Union Budget announced a fund to finance startups for agriculture and rural enterprise facilitated through which institution? So the Union Budget has announced a fund with blended capital raised under co-investment model, and it will be facilitated through NABARD. So this will be used to finance the startups for agriculture and rural enterprise. So the government would promote the use of Kisan drones for crop assessment, digitization of land records and spraying of insecticides. Now apart from it, Union Budget has announced a scheme under which the government will promote chemical-free natural farming throughout the country, and it is to be implemented with a focus on the farmers' land in 5 kilometers wide corridors along the river Ganga in the first stage. So this budget also announced that 2 lakh Anganwadis will be upgraded and a national tele-mental health program will also be launched. Okay. So you can be asked that Union Budget announced a scheme to promote chemical-free natural farming with pilot project along with which river? Answer is Ganga. Now as per the latest data from National Leprosy Eradication Program, a total of 65,147 new leprosy cases were detected during the year 2022-21 in India. Also, 94.75% of patients in India in 2020-21 were cured as well. Okay. Can you tell me when do we observe World Leprosy Day? Now coming to last question, what is the objective of the Parvat Mala scheme announced recently? So the Union Budget announced a new scheme called as Parvat Mala, or you can say National Ropeways Development Program. So this scheme will be launched for the regions like Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Jammu Kashmir and Northeast to facilitate a modern system of transportation and connectivity in the hills. Okay, so answer is transportation in hills. Also, the Union Budget has announced to set up a digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood for the Desh Stack e-portal. So it aims to empower the citizens to skill, reskill or upskill through online training, and the portal will provide the trusted skill credentials to find the relevant jobs and entrepreneurial opportunities. And the budget also announced that National Skill Qualification Framework will be aligned with the dynamic industry needs as well. Okay. Now apart from it, the Lunar New Year was observed on 1st of February 2022. And it is also known as the Chinese New Year or the Spring Festival in China. So this celebration marks the end of the year of the ox and the start of the year of the tiger. And this new year is celebrated by nearly 2 billion people in Korea, Singapore, Mongolia, Tibet, Vietnam and in various Asian communities for more than 2 weeks. Okay. So you can be asked that Lunar New Year 2022 marks the start of year of which animal? Answer is tiger. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.